Oh my god, the continuing adventures of Super Hunk is continuing on. This happens to be a gay, sexualized, very sexualized version of Superman in the Class Comics universe. Hello, comic book people of the world! Let's talk about Super Hunk issue number 3. This was written and drawn by Alexander and published by Class Comics. In case you didn't read the title of this video, I'm just warning you, there are massive spoilers ahead. I'm warning you now. Kent Kendall, also known as Super Hunk, but also known to many people in the Class Comics universe as Super Hunk, is going on being a superhero, and his new buddy, Ultra Hunk, is helping him out a lot, to the dismay of Super Hunk's boyfriend, Lewis, who unfortunately found the dark side of Ultra Hunk, who thinks that Lewis is holding Super Hunk back. This is leading Lewis to be alienated in his own relationship, and fearing for his own life, he's taken a step back. This issue continues on the background story of the masked villain, who we don't really know his identity up to this point, but him recruiting a new villain. The new villain is a twink, but he's given the power to grow into a massive beast known as the Horny Beast. You can pretty much guess what that means. Think of the Hulk, but instead of getting much bigger and stronger, the angrier he gets. In this instance, the hornier he gets, the bigger and stronger he gets. So obviously one of the first things he does is go to rob a bank. Enter Super Hunk and Ultra Hunk to try to stop him. This is where both Ultra and Super Hunk realize that when they're together sexually, they seem to have a much more of a sexual charge. And again, this is unfortunate for Super Hunk's boyfriend Lewis, who is seemingly forgotten for a bit. But this all could just be a dastardly plot by the masked man. Super Hunk is lured to the Golden Gate Bridge by Measure Master, where it looks like we're about to get the massive battle that the last 3 issues have been hinting at. But what do I think about this issue? Well, for one thing, I never really thought about measuring tape as being used in this capacity. For a gay comic book publishing company, Class Comics really comes up with some unique things. And I will say that I thoroughly enjoyed seeing this new use of measuring tape. I love Horny Beast. I like the idea that he's a small Twinkie guy, but he grows into this massive monster. You really feel bad for Lewis though, although I do have hopes that he's gonna have a happy ending to this story. The next issue does look like we're gonna have the reveal of who the masked man is, and hopefully the villains will get their comeuppance at some point, including Ultra Hunk. And is Ultra Hunk and the masked man the same person? That would seem too obvious, but you never know. Alexander, incredible artist, and I love the story that's being written out. This is another gem for anyone out there who are fans of gay superheroes and comic books. As always, if you're interested in reading this, it's available on digital format at classcomics.com. Thanks for watching me in this video. If you made it up to this point, you're pretty darn awesome. Check out my Patreon site when you get a chance. Check out my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
I'm in love with a hero.
Super Hunk needs to be the leader of his own superhero team, and I feel as though he could be the start of the dawn of justice, or whatever you want to call it in the Class Comics universe, where he's uniting all of his own super beings. Even though there are a couple super groups already in the Class Comics universe, this could be a new one, and this one could be almost like a rival with some of the other competitors.